This wasn't supposed to be happening. 1 minute, I was planning to get the nursery ready. The next, I was in a labour room with people all around me. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't understand anything. Clea was born 4 months too early, at 24 weeks gestation. She was born so quickly, and my husband only just made it in time. I saw him white as a sheet, and I just presumed that she hadn't made it. I could hear commotion in the room, things happening, worried voices. I thought we'd lost her. I was shown her in a quick flash, my baby. But she didn't look like a proper baby. She was like a tiny red ball being whisked away in a funnel. Everything was a blur at this point, like a fog. Sometime later, I remember being in the postnatal ward. I wanted to see her. I could hear other babies crying, feeding, new parents cooing. But where was my baby? She felt so far away, and I felt like I was on the edge of a cliff in a dream, looking down, seeing nothing. Finally, a midwife asked me if I'd seen her yet, and thankfully I was taken to her. When I saw her, it really hit me. She was so tiny, so fragile, covered in wires and tubes. It broke me. My husband looked in shock, and we stared at her through the walls of the incubator. Our baby in a box. The wonderful neonatal team told us that the next 24 hours were critical. I thought, life or death. We knew it was serious. Again, I thought, have we lost her? We called our family and friends to tell them, to prepare them. But she made it past the first day and into the next one. And the next. And the next. Every day was different, some good, some bad. The uncertainty was difficult. One day she crashed and I remember thinking, is this where we lose her? It felt like a punishment, not knowing if she would survive the next day. But she did survive. After a stormy first few weeks on a ventilator, which kept her alive, she seemed to turn a corner. It was a miracle, really. Clea spent 4 months on the neonatal unit, our second home. We went through intensive care, high dependency, back to intensive care, then to another hospital for eye treatment, then another for heart surgery, then back again to high dependency. Eventually, after what seemed like an eternity, she went into special care and was allowed to go home on oxygen. This had seemed like an unreachable goal, but it actually happened. Another miracle. Even at home, she continued to show us that nothing is certain. We had endless appointments for her bad reflux, feeding problems, physiotherapy, and even after a year, she needed to be rushed to A&E as she'd gone blue. She had stopped breathing. This showed us the uncertainty of being so vulnerable. We were still on that edge of a drop, almost falling, but clinging on. She is now 3, and it has been 6 months without going back into hospital. And finally she can start nursery. What a relief. She needs that normality now, and so do we. She's achieved so much and been through so much more than she should have done at such a young age. Our brave girl, on the edge of survival so many times, came through.